Hey everybody, welcome back to Goshen Prepping. I am sick today. Always not fun. I hate missing work. I hate making videos. So I decided, well, you know what? Let's talk about something that we need to talk about when it comes to preparedness, and that's being sick. Because obviously, crap hits the fan. You're going to get sick during those times. In fact, I'm going to show to you and prove to you. Watch this video. It's so important that you're going to have more occurrences of being sick when crap hits the fan. And when that happens, it obviously decreases your chances of survival because we always talk about prepping food and water, ammo, but few people think about the ramifications of being sick. All right, first off, when you are sick, when you actually put in any type of stressful situation, especially crap hits the fan, you'll release cortisol. And the cortisol, besides doing lots of wreaking havoc on your body and retaining belly fat and all that stuff, it decreases your immune system. And you ever had that situation where, like maybe your mom used to say back in the day, don't you go outside without a hat on, you're going to catch a death of cold when the rain or whatever the case may be. And they always say it's a wives' tale. It's not a wives' tale, not at all. Because you probably had a situation where something happened, maybe you got a flat tire and you're just like worn down and tired, you just want to go home, and the next day you're sick. Because that cortisol will weaken your immune system. And you maybe got some kind of virus inside your body that typically you could fight off, but now you didn't because your immune system was weakened. So certainly, when you talk about stress situations, especially crap hits the fan, you're going to see a drastic increase in getting sick. There's a direct connection there. Not to mention poor sleep. You're going to be sleeping with one eye open. Nutrition will not be what it was before. Constant stress, more sickness is going to ensue. Not to mention, let's talk about hygiene. Most people are not going to have any running water. If you do, it's going to be very limited because if you're the kind of person that stockpiles how much water you're supposed to stockpile, well, guess what? It's not near enough to be able to get your nice warm shower every single day. And soap comes into play in spreading germs faster. I'm the kind of doctor, I'll tell you right now, that I think we overwash our hands. We try to make a sterile environment, which is a bad situation, by the way. You don't want sterile. You want your body to be used to getting cooties and everything coming in. But obviously transmitting it to other people in your family, especially the really bad stuff like pneumonia, sepsis, even worse, obviously, is a bad, bad situation. Not to mention, all your survival tasks will come into play. You're not going to be sitting back watching TV or watching Goshen Prepping on TV when crap hits the fan. You're going to be hauling water. It's heavy. Chopping wood, standing guard. The list goes on and on and on. All that while you're fighting a fever, dysentery, diarrhea. Oh, it's bad stuff. And one sick person will weaken the whole group's security and workload. So let's say you're not sick, but somebody is, you're going to have to take those jobs on for that person. So being sick is a very serious thing. And not to mention, I always talk about getting some extra medical supplies, antibiotics. I'll link one below that I use. It's fantastic. But infections are going to skyrocket. And granted, not every single cut leads to infection, but they will have a better chance of leading to infection if there's no antibiotics. Or not leading to it, but at least curing it. Foodborne illnesses, dirty water, all come into play. All of this when there's probably not going to be an ER available for you. No emergency room, no doctor, no ambulances. So when we talk about death, like even in wars, more people die from infection and dysentery and such and disease more than bullets. So we can't be deceived by that. So what are some practical advice? First off, medical supplies. At least get the over-the-counter stuff you can from pain relievers, decongestants, guaifenesin, some type of anti-mucolytic or a mucolytic drug to take this stuff out of your lungs or your sinuses, antidiarrheals, antihistamines. I've mentioned these many times. Stockpile a lot of those. Secondly, get one of the prescription packs. I'll link one below. So that way you can get antibiotics because a doctor may not be available during that time. You need to boost your hygiene, and you do that with simply having like soaps and stuff to be able to clean things up. Trash bags, gloves, and masks to be able to handle waste products. Nutrition matters. Make sure you get your vitamins coming in. By far the best way is through fresh produce. So hopefully you have fresh produce in your house, because even actually having multivitamins over time, they will degrade, unfortunately. You want to be able to keep your immune system up. Again, I'm a little congested right now, so forgive me. Water safety, purification tablets, filters. You want to make sure you have it so you can filter out and make sure your water is clean. And then, worst comes to worst, you may have to isolate if a family member gets sick in those situations. Personally, my family, we don't like that kind of thing. We like to stick together. We'll deal with it as a family. But how do you keep stuff from spreading in your house? Thing is, I have this cold. It's just a cold. congested, runny nose, all that fun stuff. Did not sleep well last night. The person who gave it to me didn't invent the cold, nor did the person who gave it to them. But it spreads. Things spread very easily no matter how much we try to stop it. And that's something we have to take into account, because during crap hits the fan, things are going to spread faster. Just food for thought, something to think about. And hopefully by my next video, I'll be back up to 100% again. But in the meantime, contemplate these things, figure it out, get your over-the-counters, click below to get your antibiotics, and we'll see you next time.